Alright, hey you guys, it's TsubakiSwagg, and I'm coming to you with my review of Asterisk War, episode 5, and this episode was so freaking awesome. Like, in the last couple of episodes, we did get to see some of Ayato's power, and we knew, like, even from, like, when they were showing the flashbacks of Ayato with his sister, that he had some latent ability that was so powerful that she had to put chains on him. So that way he wouldn't, I guess, get out of control, or until he is able to control his power. And he is fucking amazing. Like, he busted some shit up, because like we finally got to see who it was that was targeting Julius. I always want to call her Julius. Whoever was targeting Julius, and it turns out that the guy was actually sent by another school, and the people, well, the girl who was actually shown in this week's episode or last week's episode was the one who made the puppets for him that Ayato literally blew through. And there was also a part at the end of the last episode when they showed Claudia, and her eyes were like two different colors. We find out that she's actually a dual wielder, which is actually pretty fucking dope, because I think dual wielding is freaking amazing. I would never be able to be a dual wielder. I could barely handle having one weapon, let alone two. But I feel like Claudia has her own hidden agenda. And of course, Yabaki, Ayato's roommate, was also in on this shit, because she pretty much almost killed the dude that was attacking Julius, which threw me off a little bit, because I mean, I knew that Claudia had a little something extra that she wasn't letting on, but she is pretty fucking shady, and it makes me wonder about her now. I mean, the fact that she did harm him after he tried to hurt Ayato and Julius is cool, but the way they were going about things is crazy, and like, it makes me fear Claudia a little bit, and considering that she's like the student council president, and even this episode they showed like all the student council presidents got together except for one whom was talked badly about, and then the Holy Knight almost took the dude's head off. But this show is so fucking intense, and it's freaking amazing. Like, this show is probably one of the best shows out this season. But so yeah, Claudia has a hidden agenda, I believe, and we probably won't find out really what's going on until probably close to the end. It always seems to work out that way. But in this episode, we got to see Ayato fight the number one in the school, which he didn't even know was the number one until after the fight was over. But we see this girl, like, first he bumped into her because he was trying to catch up to Julius, and him and Julius had this whole like practice match where they were going the fuck off, and Ayato was actually able to win the duel, which is amazing considering how freaking strong Julius is. So that shows you just how powerful Ayato is. And if he was able to unlock his power all of the time and not just have like 3 to 5 minutes, then Ayato would be fucking unstoppable, which is actually a little scary if you think about it that way. But after their duel or whatever, big burly dude that's always trying to fight Julius came up with, I'm so horrible with names, with the other girl. I think her name is Yuki. I could be wrong. The blue-haired girl that was friends with Ayato when they were younger. And then Claudia comes with Alcante's like designers or engineers from their school, because they're supposed to be working together to make another Lux, and Chick insulted the hell out of, I'm gonna call her Yuki. Chick insulted the hell out of her, talked about her gun, and talked about how horrible and pitiful and pathetic her father was, and she, like, Yuki was about to fuck that bitch up, but they had to stop her because it was pretty fucking bad. And then the other chick that made the dolls, that was pretty much telling Ayato that she liked him and kissed him on the cheek, and Julius and Yuki were about to fuck her up too. They were baiting them so bad. Like, it was ridiculous how bad they were baiting them. But it looks like shit is about to get real, because like, even I keep wanting to call her Yuki. Told Ayato that he was going to be her partner in the Phoenix Festa, even though Julius is already Ayato's partner. So yeah, it looks like it's about to be pretty bad, because they're probably going to fight over they were fighting over who was going to be Ayato's partner. But just this episode was intense as shit, and I wasn't prepared. Because, like, other than that, we got to see Ayato fight. Like I said, we got to see him fight the number one in the class, whom he didn't know was the number one. But he was just trying to defend her honor because her uncle was beating her, which is horrible. I never condone anyone laying hands on anyone. If you're going to hit a girl, prepare to be hit back, because that's fucking stupid. And as far as girls, if you are prepared to hit a man, be prepared to be hit like a man, because there's no reason to ever put your hands on anyone, male or female. And that goes for both sexes. So I know how most people be like, well, girls can hit guys, but a guy's not supposed to hit a girl. Fuck you mean? If a girl is willing to hit a guy like she is a grown man, she should be ready to be hit like she's a grown man. Because you don't put your hands on people. Just because you're a female doesn't mean that you can put your hands on people. Let me stop, because before I start ranting. But Uncle was beating on her. Ayato stepped in. Ayato ended up fighting her to defend her honor. She won, and then he found out that she was the number one in the school. And Julius told him previously not to get into any unnecessary fights, blah, 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 and he still ended up doing it anyways, and people got to see more of his power, but it started running out, and as it was running out, the match was over, but she won. Like, chick won because she broke his, like, plate on his chest. So she still remained as number one, but Ayato held his own, and even she said that she felt like he was holding back, but he was able to read all of her moves. So Ayato would be like, I believe that Ayato could be number one if he like went all out for once, but I've never seen him actually like go all out. Excuse me. So yeah, this episode was freaking intense, and I really want to see more of this chick that is the number one, because we hadn't heard anything about her until this episode. So I really want to see more with her. I feel like she is fucking badass, and it looks like she actually uses a real weapon, not like most of the people in the school who use like I wouldn't even know what to call it. They remind me of lightsabers, but that use the like, I really can't even think of the word, but you know what I mean. They use like the light blades, while she actually uses a real katana, which is pretty fucking awesome. It makes her awesome. So this episode was intense, and I'm so prepared to see the next episode, because I really want to find out what happens. I want to see what happens with like Claudia and everything. I want to see what happens with those two chicks roaming the school to help Claudia make a new Lux. And I'm so ready to see what happens next, because this show is fucking awesome. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you go watch it, because it is worth the watch. You'll love it. So yeah, so as always, I would love to hear how you guys felt about this episode. How do you feel about the way things turned out? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think that Ayato will get another opportunity to fight the girl again? Do you think that because he used some of his power that they could be in danger, or anything, just anything? So yeah, so as always, please remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. It helps me a whole lot. And this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios.